Hello everyone, back again. Gonna continue adventuring with the Templar here. So let's go ahead and just see what we got to do.
Well, the High Owl's answer.
Go ahead and get that riding skill upgrade. Let's see where we left off. Oh, I guess we can go in there, take care of that little quest.
What? You were here to kill me. Might as well. There's no honor left for me now. Not after I decided to send my squad off to certain death. I failed them as their captain. I failed all of Somerset. Justicia Avanaire. She struck me down, ran off to this ruin. I was able to follow her this far. The rest of my squad went in after her, but I fear the worst. With that pearl, who knows what she's capable of? The item we were ordered to transport. It's tied to the Yagra, mysterious creatures that keep attacking our shores. We have no idea what devastation the pearl's capable of, but we can't allow it to be used to dark ends. It must be destroyed. You must move quickly. The pearl is with Justicia Avanaire, somewhere in Torhain Card. Once you find it, destroy the cursed thing. Even if you have to go through Avanaire to do it. She's one of the finest officers the Divine Prosecution has to offer. Came to us specifically for this transport mission. Now I know it was all a setup. She planned to betray us for the pearl from the start. Power, ambition, a new accessory. I have no idea what she plans to do, but it's something important enough to forever sully her name. There will be no honor for her after this disgrace. She'll be forever shamed, marked in history as a traitor. Compared to the pain of disgrace, hardly noticeable. Avanaire got the drop on me. but I was able to step back in time. It's not mortal, but I can't fight. May that slick thank her ancestors that she won't have to face me in battle. It has the power to summon Yagra, hideous creatures that seem to have crawled out from the depths of the sea, as deadly as they are mysterious. We were transporting the pearl to the Sapiox for research purposes. The situation has changed. I'm in no state to get this pearl to Lilandro, and who knows what evil could befall Somerset if it fell into the wrong hands. I'm making the call. In this contingency, destroying the pearl is the only safe option.
Interesting area. You can see that. No, can't go that way, huh? Have to go the long way around.
We need to find a way to purge the ruin of these beasts.
Huh. Wow, they really do have a long way around to get there, don't they? Oh, this doesn't look right.
Perhaps if I first drain the corpse of blood and then apply the imp stool.
Uh-huh. I hear fighting. Ah, over there. No help here. Log 3, must have missed 1 and 2. That's okay. Oh, this way.
These blacks think they can double cross me? I'll show them true suffering.
Good go. Oh, now this one's inventory is full. Let's see what we have. Don't care about the carrot soup. Don't care about the nut brown ale. Not interested in this either. Alright. Don't have much inventory space on this one. See if I have 6 minutes on the food that I've eaten. I wonder where the Delve boss is that I've got to kill.
My name shall be honored, revered. I failed you, little sister.
Still haven't found that Delve boss they were supposed to kill. Possibly up here somewhere? Had to be around in these lower areas. That's the way out. I don't want to go out yet. No! No! Stop it! I have a cat that's trying to get in, and that one can't come in because he gets into absolutely everything. So trying to keep him from coming in here.
Since I dissected myself.
Has to be down here somewhere. Let's see what we can get rid of now that's not so necessary. And up here, wonder if it's back there. No. Nothing in here. boss, where's the boss? Those aren't bosses. We've been in there.
Little sister.
Well, this isn't where the boss is. And we know this is the way out. We don't want to go out. Let's see. Ah, I see. Alright, we go back. How about that? We get a bag space upgrade. That's helpful. That was enthusiastic. I think this is what I was looking for. Something's in here. I don't know where. Oh, over in the corner hiding. Take a little food to prepare for this fight. That's a really big ugly thing. I got it. That's what I was after. Now we can find our way out of here. Really just have to drop?
So, you return to me alone. The pearl. Is it destroyed? I knew I was sending them to their deaths, but still, I couldn't let Avanayure get away. If not for you, The surrounding towns would have been overrun with Yagra. You saved many today, even if some were lost. Here, take this for your service. Don't worry about me. I may not be fit enough to fight, but I can still walk. I'll head to the closest town and make my report. Just need a moment to catch my breath first. Ah, venom words dripped from the tongue of a traitor. Tell me, did you learn anything useful? Something I should add to my report? Do you expect my heart to bleed at such a story? Avanaire has betrayed her family tenfold by besmirching their name. She betrayed her queen, her nation, her comrades. My soldiers, good soldiers, were killed. For what? An addict's debt? And so she weighed the life of one greater than the deaths of many. I doubt this sentimental tidbit will change anything. Her name shall never be honored by her descendants. She'll be an outcast even in death. The greatest dishonor.
Let's see, where are we going next? Look like there's some quests still around in here. And quite a number of sky shards. I think I have come somewhere I did not want to be. Well, I found a world boss. I'm all by myself, so I think we'll just leave. This game does have some really great scenery.
taking a sip of fine Russifeld Red? Prepare for disappointment. Headed to the famed Russifeld Winery, traveler. Well then, it seems I'm not the only one who'll be disappointed today. Old Hallimorian's been off by those wood elves. Won't be any wine tastings for a while, I'd wager. Just what I heard from one of the bailiffs. Apparently, some daffy Bosmer called the Ghost of the Green did it, but no one knows for sure. The investigation's hit a snag. Something about the rule of three. Superstitious nonsense, if you ask me. Indeed. Until they find a suitable third investigator, the Juris Reeves and Revelators are left to sit on their hands. Nonsense. Why not go lend them a hand? They'll likely just tell you to go jump into the sea, but it can't hurt your arms.
Examiner's quorum needs 3 members. You both know this. Not this again.
It's not just superstition, Soraville. We need outside perspective.
So, what? We just randomly recruit the next adventurer that passes by? And just like that, Ori L provides. Greetings, Caraval. I am Chief Juris Reeve Tarnmere of the Divine Prosecution. Or at least I was, in the long ago. I know this is unorthodox, but perhaps you'd be interested in helping us. As you can see, a murder took place here. My protégés, Lorne and Soraville, came to investigate, but I fear they may lack perspective. The particulars of this murder... Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. They need fresh eyes. Yours, I believe. You would take on the duties of the admin, the listening eye. An auspicious role. The admin serves as the fulcrum, balancing competing theories. They also collect evidence, interview suspects and the like. What do you say? I thank the divines that you've agreed to help. This murder weighs heavy on all of us. The victim, Hallimorian, was not well liked. Many locals may lift a glass to his passing. But the assassin, the Ghost of the Green, that's altogether different. Better to ask Lorne about it. Capturing the ghost was her obsession for a time. The fact that he's returned does not sit well with her. I can say no more. I don't want to prejudice your impressions. The admin should bring a fresh perspective. They're the most gifted investigators I've ever trained. Soraville has keen eyes and solid instincts when it comes to reading people. Good at finding pressure points, you know? As for Lorne, she has a mind like a dwarven puzzle box. For Lorne, logic is an art. She's clinical in her sensibilities, precise. Many of us have come to rely on magical inquiry to solve crimes. She relies on her wits and intuition instead. Of course, this case presents unique challenges. Lorne and Soraville drifted apart shortly after they caught the original Ghost of the Green. It's a complicated matter, and not my story to tell. Suffice it to say, this case cuts deep, and Lorne seems distracted. I hope you can help her keep her wits. As I said, was the Chief Inquisitor for the Divine Prosecution's Hindelatus Wing, the division charged with solving doctrinal crimes. Forgive me, it's a mouthful for newcomers, I know. I retired here to Russifeld a few decades ago. Well, I own the land, so in some ways I have even greater authority than I did as Chief Inquisitor. I still enjoy a bit of clout, too. Real leadership doesn't rely on titles, Karen. Not a popular opinion here in Somerset, but true nonetheless. Ha! Fair, I suppose. I may be retired, but I've spent the better part of 3 centuries examining crime scenes and interrogating criminals. When it comes to reading people, I am more than proficient. Well, you're the right person for the job right now. Time and circumstances, my friend. Time and circumstances. I know you won't let us down.
So you'll be joining us. Good. Call me Lorne. No need for flowery titles. We Altmer have too many names already. I'm glad you're here. Outsiders often make the best admins. A fresh pair of eyes will be essential here. More essential than usual. It's a long and depressing story. One I'm not keen to recount. For now, just know that whoever murdered Halamorian took great pains to make it look like the work of the Ghost of the Green. A killer that Somerville and I apprehended decades ago. The Ghost always left a signature to let us know it was him. He killed each victim with a single wood elf arrow to the heart, then laid a fern over the body. The fern is here, but the shot was sloppy, and the arrow was of high elven make. It's odd. I need to examine the body in more detail. Can you do a sweep of the vineyard? If you find anything, blow this whistle. It also might be worth questioning people in town. They'll be more forthcoming with an outsider.
You have your instructions, yes? I can't imagine any of them involve talking to me. There was a time when I could tell you practically everything. We worked together for years, but, well, not every partnership is eternal. Just know that she's brilliant. The most proficient investigator in Somerset, truth be told. I am a Revelator Naganwe, a Death Seer. I use magic to solve murders. It's one of the essential roles in an investigative quarrel. Of course, magic often falls short. When my fellow Revelators and I can't conjure up a suspect, we turn to Lorne. She prefers wit to mysticism. All high elves possess near-perfect memory, but Lorne puts us all to shame. She can recall tiny details in an instant and finds patterns even quicker. It's too bad, if you ask me. We all have things we'd rather forget.
What do you want? The Revelators already questioned me and cut me loose. I just want to be here if something exciting happens. You don't? The Ghost of the Green has returned. Zen's avenging champion. Of course it's exciting. These Longlegs thought they executed him years ago, but now he's back, ready to dole out Deepwood justice. New around here, eh? Halamorian was a sap-ass dandy, slapping wood elves with one hand and groping them with the other. The Ghost of the Green just did what the prosecution wouldn't. Good riddance. Murdered? No. Executed. Executed by a righteous hand. Just have a look around, outsider. I'll bet my horns you'll find evidence of misdeeds. This was a long time coming. Hopefully it put these other long-legged prigs on notice.
It really is too bad about Halamorian. I told him he shouldn't be so free with his politics. It's a different climate now, after all. You have to watch what you say around people. On the upside, it's good to be rid of a rival vintner. Oh, darling, you're a bit late to the party if that's why you're here. I already submitted my statement to the Revelators, and my alibi is thrice confirmed. To be honest, the only reason I'm still here is to find one of my servant girls. Yes, a charming young wood elf named Farrell. I only recently brought her on. She used to work for the late Halamorian, but there was some kind of incident. I don't know the details. According to my other servant girl, she often came back here to visit the friends she left behind. She'd attend Bosmer suppers, midday revels in the grape fields, that sort of thing. I encourage my girls to take time for themselves, within reason. Aren't you a cherry blossom? That would be lovely. Take care, Karen.
Ah, you come to babble with Babblebrook? When came the killers? I had a look.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
Babblebrook knows what Babblebrook sings. Why can't you make sense of things? A ghost did bring the vintner's end, but even race can have a friend. Don't you see? Death comes in twos. Friends and killers both win and lose. Killers and killed are two. It's true. So near, the source of fear. But Babblebrook babbles too long, it seems. Best make haste, or we'll hear more screams.
Okay.
Another body. Delightful.
Oh dear. Blood on her hands and blouse. But no slashing wounds. This doesn't fit the pattern. The ghost always kills with a bow. This was spur of the moment. Unexpected. Maybe she fought back.
Why do you insist on puzzling these things over like an FM? You know the death memory ritual. It's a simple...
Enough, Sorvin. You know that's forbidden. Admin, look around and see if you can find the source of this blood.
I'm just walking in circles. Where could be the clue?
You found something? So did I. It looks like Fariel was strangled, not stabbed. This blood must be the attacker's. A sickle. Blood on the blade. She must have used it to defend herself. Then the attacker hid it. This blood could be the key. I intend to, yes. I'm a fair hand at alchemy. You'd be surprised how useful it can be in my line of work. I've caught more killers with flasks and alembics than I have with any sword. My husband used to say, I suppose it's past time I told you. The ghost murdered 17 people before we caught him. His last victim was my husband. Soraville's wife committed suicide when she heard the news. They were having an affair, you see. It was a difficult time. It's fine, I just... Now you see why we needed a neutral party. Enough. Let's get back on task. I'd like you to search Halamorian's villa. It's just southwest of here. He was unpopular. If we can find out why, we might be able to establish motive.
This house would be a wonderful place for my Nightblade to come and visit. Look at all the boxes and things that you could steal from. And only this person to watch.
Sorry, I don't mean to be checking up on you. I just think better when I walk. And the blood is still simmering in the alembic. It will be some time before I have the results. Did you find anything of use in Halamorian's villa? From what I hear, the accusations are almost certainly true. So, Halamorian was making unwanted advances. Of course. The original ghost murder spree started with a high elf farmer who took liberties with his Bosmer laborers. We never published the details of that investigation. It can't be a coincidence. This new ghost must be someone in the know. Someone close. None that I'm keen to share, not yet anyway. For now, let's go with what we know. The Wood Elves have motive. Soraville went down to the cottage east of here to look around. Meet him there, and see if you can shake anything loose. I have to think.
I assure you, Chief, it would bring me no joy to unleash our revelators on your new home, but I'll have to unless you let us take a look around.
Fine. But just one of you, your partner. Do your work, then leave us in peace.
One then. I'll be sure to report your compliance to the Divine Prosecution.
Like we have a choice in the matter. Come, join me for a meal. Meat's fresh enough.
Delightful. I suppose I'll stay here to break bread with the Chief while you have a look around. Not the way I wanted things to go, but we will simply have to adapt. Did she? I must admit, I'm surprised. Lorne never talks about that ordeal. Certainly not with me, anyway. My. Are you an adminin or a confessor? Tarnamir is quite right. After all that happened, we had a difficult time getting back into a routine. I tried to keep things professional, healthy, but she was just lost. She never fully recovered. Tarnamir. When the Ghost of the Green returned, Tarnamir naturally called on the two people best suited to catch him. It was awkward at first, but we'd managed. I suppose I have you to thank for that. In part, at least. Not regularly, no. We High Elves have acute memories, but I find that if you stay busy enough, you don't have time to reminisce. So much the better. Anything at all that could link this clan, or one of its members, to the murders of Halamorian or Thariel. None of these Wood Elves held Halamorian in high regard. We just need to find out if that enmity led to murder. Operate under the assumption that the killer was here, or still could be. Question everything you see and hear, and look out for any overt or subtle references to the Ghost of the Green. Ah, yes. I hadn't even thought of that. A corrupt High Elf merchant and an abused Wood Elf girl. There are certainly similarities. I find everything suspicious. Whoever this killer is, they've obviously acquainted themselves with the Ghost's history and methods. We kept most of those details secret, but unscrupulous revelators routinely sell those details to enthusiasts. Honestly, I think this is the work of a deranged and obsessive mind. One of these Wood Elves read about the Ghost of the Green, saw an opportunity for cultural glory, for immortality, and seized it. Even so, Lorne and I have to be sure.
Who are you? Are you with the Divine Prosecution? My husband warned me you might come poking round. Halamorian hated us. He abused our children and tried to drive us off. Of course the High Elves would suspect us. And our son Kellan, he... Never mind. Please, just go. We don't want any trouble. We just want to live here in peace. You really just want to keep him safe? Well, I'm not supposed to say this, but Kellan has been going on about the Ghost of the Green for weeks now. You know, boys and their masked heroes. I didn't think there was any harm in it. But now... No, of course not. He's a good boy. I only mean that it could look suspicious because of his interest in those old legends. Besides, didn't the Ghost of the Green run around in a mad hunter's costume? Where would my son get something like that? Yes, I'm sure. Look, you're free to look around. Just try to... We're simple men, we don't have much. Halamorian may have been a cruel bigger, but none of us would ever murder him for it. I swear.
I wish I was off adventuring.
That's not a good thing.
Bosmer cuisine is truly revolting. I bought us as much time as I could. I hope you found something useful. A shrine? There's an old shrine to Ifre west of here, the Red Temple. But from what Tarnamir told me, people rarely visit. Filled with wild animals or some such. I only know of one entrance, a cave nearby. Follow me.
I thought he came in with me. Oh, there
We
he
should
is.
split up. Don't want this little scamp slipping out behind us. I can handle this gap easily. You search the other hall.
Oh. Why is there a coral crab in here?
No, wait! I did everything you asked! I just can't anymore! I'm not a killer! I only wanted to protect Fariel!
We could have worked such terrible wonders together. Pathetic. You, though, you're perfect. Tell Lorne her past is hunting her present. Yes, tell her that.
What's happening? Am I... The ghost recruited me. Said he needed me. He gave me the costume. Told me to kill as he would. Alamorian hated us. Was going to kill us. I know it. After what he did to Fariel. Fariel is dead. Oh, divines. You've cursed me, haven't you? I only shot Alamorian, I swear it. Fariel was so kind. I wanted Alamorian to pay. I thought the Ghost of the Green was a hero. I wanted people to see me that way. I never saw his face. He never said his name. I didn't need to know. I read the stories. I believed in him and he saw something in me. I never... Mother... I'm sorry.
I guess we might as well kill this thing while we're here.
I was too slow. Damned Mer slipped right past me. Tall for a wood elf, and quick as a spooked hare. So, it really is the chief's son. Wait, what? What do you mean, another ghost of the green? The journal you showed me, did Kellan kill Halamorian or not? What about the wood elf girl, Fariel? Did he kill her too? Yes. Show her the arrow immediately. Perhaps she can compare Kellan's blood to the blood on Fariel's sickle. At the very least, we'll be able to determine that Kellan killed Fariel. I'll be along as soon as I'm able.
These loading screens can take a while. There we go. My time's getting kind of short. Hopefully we can solve this somewhat quickly.
You're back. And not a moment too soon. Do you have something for me? A second ghost. I suspected as much. And he killed this Kellan with that arrow. Another high elf hunting arrow, like the one that killed Halamorian. Kellan had motive. This second ghost provided the costume, the weaponry. But why? So, this isn't about Halamorian. It isn't about the Wood Elves or Ultima prejudiced. It's about me. It's always been about me. I knew it. I knew this was too convenient. I also knew the Mer who killed Fariel couldn't be this Kellan. I just finished experimenting on the blood from Fariel's sickle. It was Ultima blood. This second ghost isn't some wood elf zealot. He's a high elf like me. I moved the bodies to Tarnimir's manor. We should... maybe we missed something. place has been. What happened here? Oh no. No. Ptolemy? Ptolemy, are you here? Ptolemy? No.
That's something.
You found something?
Interesting.
This is a message. Everything in this room. It's all meant to tell us something. What's that on the wall? Elevane is another name for the healer's owl. The Elevanes lay their eggs, then abandon them. We use that word to describe people who are cold-hearted or aloof. And then there's the bodies. Arranged to mimic Mara's course. This is about love. Intimacy. Or more likely, someone I failed to love. There's only one suspect left. A Mer with means, motive, and deep understanding of the ghost of the green. No, it can't be. The ghost of the green ruined Somerville's life, just as he ruined mine. If not for the ghost, Somerville's wife would likely still be alive. I have to know. I'm sorry for what you're about to see. Oriel, forgive me. Stand back, and I'll show you. You already saw how Kellan died. Now, we'll see the others.
What's this? A tiny ghost of a queen? Ha! Run along well before. What have I done?
Kellan definitely killed Halamorian. Now, Oriel.
Who are you?
I'm afraid you've seen too much. You poor thing.
Somerville was observing Kellan when Foriel saw him. She slashed him with her sickle before he overpowered her.
So it is you. Shame on you. The shameless lord's old Mer. Now she'll have your death on her conscience too. No, Somerville. This is you and you alone. Give my regards to my loving wife and Lorne's degenerate husband. Look. I know you're watching, Lorne. Now that I've broken your spirit and you've broken your vow, come to the place where my wife is buried. There, I will break your body.
I need some air. I'll be outside. How could he blame me for this? Is it not enough that I lost my husband? Damn him. His wife was buried here. This is where we'll find him. You're sticking by my side. Even after I used that death memory ritual. I appreciate that, Admin. Truly. I suppose I owe you a bit of an explanation. I told you how the ghost of the green killed my husband. Sorville's wife, my husband's lover, was overcome with grief. I think she truly loved him. As soon as she heard the news, she climbed into the wash tub, opened her wrist, and died. Not for that, for what came after. Sorville wanted us to mend each other's wounds, perhaps even fall in love and make a life together. I just couldn't. I focused on the work and pushed him away. He grew detached, bitter. Now I need to stop him. Come, let's put an end to this. Sorville, I know you're here. What do you want from me?
Oh, Lorne, I've already taken so much. Your teacher, your honor, your pride. There's only one thing left for me to take. Your life.
Sorville.
Don't worry about me. Go. We can't let Sorville escape again.
That's gonna be a long chase. Never a direct path right to the enemy. This character is really tough. He's wearing all heavy armor and has really high resistance. You can see our health hardly moves most of the time. Can't go that way. Spiders. Recipes, diagrams, pretty good today so far. Got some things. And there he is.
The ghost of the Green's final victim. Time to die, Admiral.
Soraville. Is he? He is. It's done then, isn't it? I knew he wouldn't come quietly. In the end, I bear the blame. A killer. Right beside me, and I didn't see it until more lives were lost. I'm glad you were here, Admin. I will be. The arrow struck near my collarbone. Soraville was a gifted marksman. Maybe he couldn't see as well through the mask, or it was nerves. Or maybe he didn't really want me dead after all. Just one more question I'll never have answered. One more thing, if you're willing. I'm certain that Soraville never spoke to Kellan's parents, given that this was all his scheme to begin with. They lost their son, and they don't know why. It was you that avenged him. You should tell them that. I just need a moment here alone. Ironic that this came to a head in such a holy place. Maybe I can find some absolution here, or at least some small measure of peace. He did. Perhaps I deserved it. But all those people, an innocent girl, A naive young mer. A dear friend. They paid the price, while I still live. I don't know if I'll ever make peace with that. You're right, I suppose. I just wish I had been better. A better Jerathri, a better wife, a better friend. Maybe I could have prevented all this. I'm sorry. Thank you for your kind words. I will try to take them to heart. You have my word.
A lot of quests in this game really don't have a happy ending.
He's my son. I deserve to know what's going on.
I don't.
You. I remember you. Please, you have to tell me what's going on. My son never came home. And now they tell me they won't even let me see him. What happened to my boy? Ifra's mercy. How could you? Why didn't you save him? Damn this place. Damn the prosecution. Here, take this thing. I found it under Kellon's bed. I never want to see it again. I never want to see you again. God help me.
A hard thing to witness. There are rarely any happy endings in this line of work. You just have to remember that things would be much worse had you not been here. That matters.
Alright, so I'm just going to make my way to this way shrine. Get back to where there's a stable to stand outside of so I can get the next horse skill upgrade. And probably next time I have to deal with inventory and such things, but it is time to go. Well, let's see what this is before we go.
Come on, Alama. Ah, my aching head. Where in oblivion am I? Ah, yes, that's right. This is Russellfeld. I came here to buy some wine. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, don't tell me I lost them. My wine bottles. They should be right here. Oh, Father's going to kill me if I come home empty-handed. Again. I must have lost them during the winery tour. I may have had one too many tastings. It's all still very hazy. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, by oblivion, I'm not even sure what day it is. The bottles must be somewhere along the winery grounds. I probably dropped them as we went along. I can barely see straight right now. Could you fetch them for me? I believe we toured the southern, northern, and central arbors. Yes, that sounds right. There should be 3 bottles, all with the Russellfeld seal. Now, you go do that. I'm going to lie down for just a minute. Oh, it's the best place for wine in Somerset. Well, at least according to my father it is. That's why he makes me travel all the way here. Honestly, though, it tastes all the same to me. Why, aren't you just hilarious? Yes, let's bully the tasteless lush who lost his wine. Speaking of which, don't you have bottles to find? I must return to Shimmerine soon, or I'll never hear the end of it. So, off you go. Fine, fine. Let me try to remember. I recall sitting near a fire with someone playing a lute. Yes, that memory's a bit more clear. I believe you'll find the first bottle there. The sunrise, perhaps? It was getting darker then. I took a seat on a stone bench further within the arbor. There was a light behind me, but it was faint. A small lamp, I suppose? Yes, and I had just a hint of my bottle of wedding veil. I remember now. Ah, my rose heart. Strong stuff, if memory serves. I must have been even further within the arbor at that time, probably close to town. I remember falling down quite a few times. It most likely ended up on the ground somewhere.
Guess we could find these before we go. There's one.
Gather round and hear the tale. Archmage Sylvaner, through his mirth.
Be nice to sit and listen to the story for a bit, but have to keep moving.
This work isn't going to do itself. Progress is slow.
My head hasn't hurt this bad since, well, actually not that long ago. Perhaps my cousin's wedding last month? But then, there was that little get-together last week. Never mind all that. Have you the bottles? My, don't these beauties look tempting? Perhaps I'll have a few sips, just to get me going before I set off on the road. Here's your reward, for services rendered and all that.
Alright, now we can head to the Way Shrine. Alright, while this is loading and everything, I'm just going to head to that stable. So, thank you all for watching, and give me a follow and you can be notified when I'm streaming. And thanks again, and see you next time.